Potential sign of an Assassin's Creed 1 remaster/remake spotted in the Assassin's Creed 15th Anniversary Kickoff video. The CG opening of AC1 was seen with a completely new color scheme. It's the only clip in the video that looks oddly different than the OG game. Ubisoft has confirmed that the next Assassin's Creed will be Mirage, a game set in Baghdad starring Basim Ibn Ishaq, a character we meet in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's rumored to have originally started as Valhalla DLC but obviously has been spun out into its own experience, with old Assassin's Creed flavourings. Just one official image has been released by Ubisoft, but it's already so much more reminiscent of the original games as Basim launches himself and his hidden blade at an unsuspecting group of guards. Alongside the rumors of Mirage, before the confirmation of the new game from Ubisoft, came whispers of an Assassin's Creed 1 remake. I'm harsh on that game now as it's a slog, but to give it credit, it was the blueprint for what the series became. I've been hoping for a remake, and there is quite a lot of evidence to suggest it could arrive with Assassin's Creed Infinite, Ubisoft's big upcoming release, which will probably act as a portal to all its AC experiences. And I cannot wait for Assassin's Creed to be Assassin's Creed again. Pretending to be a religious man by slowly tailing a group of monks through heavily monitored areas. Haystacks, proving the best cover and the best place to hide a body. Slinking up to an enemy as if you're just another person in the crowd before one flick of your wrist ends their life, while they're still standing up. Assassin's Creed was at its best when it was you holding your breath in a crowded room, trying to make your way to your intended target without drawing attention. Mirage, I hope, is a return to form. I don't need the world to be huge and sprawling. Assassin's Creed Remake release detailed a new rumor. A new rumor has suggested that a remake of the original Assassin's Creed is set to launch at some point in the coming year. Believe it or not, this isn't the first time that we've heard about Ubisoft working on a new version of Assassin's Creed. Earlier this year, it seemed like Ubisoft itself might even be teasing that the entry that started the Assassin's Creed franchise could be coming back in a new form. And while it remains to be seen if this will be accurate, the game's potential remake could be tied to the next Assassin's Creed entry. Ubisoft is planning to release a remake of Assassin's Creed as part of the Season Pass for Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is said to be the next game in the series. Mirage will supposedly release at some point in early 2023 and will later be followed by DLC, which will take place in Constantinople. In addition, this remake of Assassin's Creed will arrive at a time after the launch of Mirage. It's hard to know if this rumor is credible for the time being. It is worth noting that Ubisoft has done something similar to this in the past. With the release of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Ubisoft made a remastered version of Assassin's Creed 3 available as part of that game's Season Pass. Even though it seems feasible for a remake of Assassin's Creed to come about given that the game is now almost 15 years old, we won't know for certain if this is happening until Ubisoft decides to reveal more information. Luckily, a new event centered around Assassin's Creed is set to take place in September, so it shouldn't take much longer for us to learn about whether or not this rumor is accurate. Assassin's Creed 1 Remake is in development, rumor. It looks like Ubisoft has plenty of things in the pipeline where Assassin's Creed is concerned. In addition to the upcoming Assassin's Creed Infinity and the rumored Assassin's Creed Rift, it seems like a remake of the original game in the series is also in development. The leak also claims that Ubisoft is reusing a lot of the work it's done for Mirage's development to also develop a remake of Assassin's Creed 1, the 2007 original. Allegedly, the remake will be offered as part of the Season Pass, though there's no mention of whether or not Ubisoft will also sell it separately, and will launch a few months after Mirage's launch. Whether or not this will be announced at the upcoming Ubisoft Forward event remains to be seen. We'll keep an eye out for more details, so stay tuned. Assassin's Creed 1 Remake hinted at by Rift leaks. The leaks suggest that Rift is in fact a codename for the next AC game, and the actual title will be Mirage. As has already been speculated, it will take place in Baghdad between 860 and 870 AD, and feature Basim from Assassin's Creed Valhalla as the playable character. Ubisoft's goal with Mirage is apparently to return to the basics of the series, removing some of the more RPG-based elements such as dialogue trees, gender selection, and a leveling system, to supply a game that focuses more on the Assassin's Creed stealth gameplay fundamentals. Mirage will allegedly launch in spring 2023. Would a remake of AC1 even be good? To put it simply, I do not trust Ubisoft to keep true to the atmosphere of the original AC1. What would you like to see in an AC1 remake? 4K 60 frames per second. Enhanced lighting and textures. Better mission design. One interconnected world instead of all the areas loaded into their own individual spaces. Swimming so we can explore those rivers and lakes in Masyaf and Kingdom. Higher population count. Actual air assassinations that don't require hanging from a ledge and also being able to air assassinate from higher up. Why are so many people convinced that there will be an AC1 remaster/remake? The 15th anniversary trailer had an edited AC1 trailer clip where the colors were altered. Do you think they did this to make the clip more presentable?